My friend, we just did a little different action pod number 71. It's entitled, well, hear this and see these words, feel your role in this happening. The question is, will your activism save Americans from starving to death? This hidden way evil is attempting to destroy us needs to be spotlighted and stopped. We're doing that together through our freeingthematrix.com mastermind. So make sure that you're joining us there, because I believe this is required of every one of us. To do what's right, to create the world, we require it. So this is about what do you think about this yourself? We're talking about this in detail in this freeingthematrix.com Action Pod number 71. This is about foreign countries like China and Russia, for example, owning farmland in America. Should that be allowed, or do we require that that be banned and blocked from happening? And do we require that, like, we'd look at a map in this video, in this action podcast number 71, showing the farmland ownership by foreign countries and which are the top 5 states for foreign land ownership of our farmland. And we see how this is a national security issue and what President Trump is doing as doing his part, and yet every one of us needs to get involved, and we need to take this further. We need to, like Bobby Kennedy Jr. is doing his part in removing the poisons from our food supply, and yet we all must get involved in removing the poisons in our food, in our air, in our water. You know that, right? So are you getting involved in doing this yourself? Because you are the activist leader of your community. And I believe this is mandatory for every one of us to do the right thing for our children, for our neighbors, for our families, for our children's children. We have a lot of work to do, and it's up to us to do it. It's incumbent upon every one of us. Do you agree? I mean, if you think about it, don't just pretend it's not happening. You are the caretaker for planet Earth. And your prime responsibility, your prime directive, is to make sure that when you hand all over the responsibility as caretaker of the earth to your children, that they have more opportunity, that they have more prosperity, that they have more ability to be strong, that they're stronger, and that the earth is more safe, healthy, vibrant, alive than how it was when your parents gave you the responsibility as caretaker of the planet Earth. Have you been honoring that primary responsibility that we all have? Or were you neglecting it? I mean, be honest here, because I think almost every one of us would have to admit and acknowledge, yeah, we were negligent because we were distracted by the dumbing device, because we were too focused on nothing, if you were honest with ourselves, to take care of that fundamental responsibility. And now we have to play catch up because evil almost took over our sovereignty, and we almost had, I call it the attempted totalitarian takeover that began with the COVID psyop. In March of 2020, it hit the shores of America, at least. And, I mean, none of that was acceptable, and yet we complied with it. And we must come back into our power, into our center, into our sovereignty, and we demand that the needs that we have, the requirements that we have, become our lives, become our society, become written in law and protected at the local level, at the county level, at the state level, at the national level. Is there any question about this? And that this is only happening by you getting involved and making that happen yourself. and every one of us doing that in our local and our state and our national levels. Right? So this requires every one of us stepping up, stopping tyranny, and owning our power and commanding our destiny. This is happening by you doing this right here. So get involved and make sure that you're joining us in the freeingthematrix.com mastermind, because that's where we're doing the work, and we're doing this together, locally as well as nationally. So share your thoughts about this right here. Make sure that you're subscribed to my YouTube channel and that you share this video, because this information needs to get out there and seen by everyone. So share it on all your social media and get involved. We're doing this together through freeingthematrix.com. Thank you very much.